Ah, I can't believe I missed that one. I'm Gene Zanetti from Winning Mindset. I made a video recently about 10 tips or 10 rules to make this the best season ever and also make the best school year ever. Well, guess what? On one of those videos, I missed number 4. And thank you to several of you. You wrote back to us. I always appreciate when you send us feedback if we miss something or if there's something you don't quite understand or disagree with. I love getting feedback from you guys. And we're trying to get back to as many of you as we possibly can. We're trying to get back to all of you, of course. But a lot of you wrote that we missed number 4 to make this the best season ever. So I wanted to make sure I made a video on that. So always let me know if we missed something or there's some confusion or anything that you want to hear. We're getting back to all of you. We're making it happen. Okay, so mindset tip number 4, the 4th rule to make this the best season ever, and that is to make sure that you go into every single practice with a purpose. It's not okay to go into practice without a plan. You probably heard these sayings before. Proper prior planning prevents poor performance. And you probably also heard, if you fail to plan, you're planning to fail. So you got to make sure you have a plan. Have little goals every single day in practice. And I know Dan Gable has talked about this, one of the greatest coaches of all time. I know John Smith talks about this. All sports, top coaches are saying the same thing. You have to have a plan in practice. Now, a couple quick points I'll say with that. You don't want to have too many goals for the practice because then you start becoming very scattered. Have at most 3 goals, possibly even 2 or 1. 1 or 2 really specific things you're looking to improve. Having a plan so when you go in, it's not just mindless workouts. I'm guilty of this, big time, right through college, where I would just almost, a lot of my workouts, and I was getting better, but it was just kind of mindless going, okay, I'm going to practice today. And the whole mentality was, I got to practice, I got to get it in. I got to get a practice in. I got to get a practice in. And I've seen a lot of top athletes, very high level athletes, make that same mistake. I got to get a practice in. Okay, that's not the goal. The goal is not just to go to practice. That's step 1, right? The first rule of success is showing up, something like that, right? Well, we know the step 1 is showing up, but now you got to go there with a plan. There should be something specific you're thinking about improving in your technique or your conditioning. It can't just be, in a lot of sports, especially like a wrestling, we're thinking about losing weight. I got to get 4 pounds off this practice. That's not a goal. That doesn't count. In fact, that's something you do after practice. Cutting weight is a separate thing altogether. What you're thinking of more is some kind of technical area that you're going to get better. Okay, you don't want to go into practice without a plan. And this is very applicable to school. Right, a lot of us, we're in class, but we're not into class. Oh, I got to go to this math class now. Oh, I have history right now. Oh, I have science now. Okay, you have science. Good, you're showing up. That's step 1. Great. Next step is, what am I looking to accomplish? So if in science there's something you didn't quite understand, if you know you struggle in a certain area, maybe it's, I'm going to ask this question, or I'm going to make sure this class that I'm taking especially good notes. Before you start the class, it only takes about 30 seconds. Just think about it. Most people don't want to think. Henry Ford said, thinking is the most difficult work in the world. That's why so few people do it. And when you look around, he's right. There's not a lot of people thinking. And I'm guilty of it too, like I said. So it only takes about 30 seconds. Be the person who's willing to do it. 10 people in your class won't do it. You have a class of 20 people, maybe 18 of them don't do it. You have to be the 1 in 20 or the 2 in 20 that's going to take 30 seconds before the class and say to you, it might even take less, what am I going to get out of today? How am I going to approach this class differently? Or what's my plan of attack here? Okay, I know it's going to be a lot of notes. Today's a lecturing class. I'm going to take great notes, right? Or this is something that I know I struggle with, this topic, right? You open up your syllabus, you see what topic you're on. Oh, this is going to be a little bit difficult. And automatically I'm thinking of this one question. I'm going to make sure I ask that question in this class. Whatever it is, you go into every class with a plan. You go into every practice with a plan. If you're a golfer, you never strike the ball, ever. Even in practice, anytime, you never strike the ball without having a plan. That would be a huge mental mistake. You don't just hit the ball to hit the ball. There's something that you're trying to work on, even if it's only one little aspect of your technique. Okay, so every practice, every class, anything that you're doing, a meeting, a business meeting, make sure you have a plan going in. If you fail to plan, you're planning to fail. So that's number 4. We missed it the last time. That's one of the top 10 biggest and best rules to make sure this is your best season ever. I'm Gene Zanetti from Winning Mindset. Make sure you check out our free YouTube page, our free podcast. You check out our link tree. It's all at zwinningmindset.com. It's all there. We're pumping out information every single day. All sports, the #1 sports-specific, systematic mindset program, Winning Mindset. Take care.